A little discussion about video and Drupal and so on. So hopefully, because video is taking so many different shapes, and I believe the trendiest usage of content in the internet from this year now on, hopefully you will see some interesting stuff here. So, who I am? I started to create videos, websites from 1994. Started with Drupal from version 4.6, did some translations to Slovenia. Now I'm not part of that anymore, but well, no, I have to make my living also, so I'm not not emphasized also on just for Drupal jobs. And I like to work on multimedia projects, so using open source tools, especially ImageMagick for image conversion. Do you know ImageMagick? Right, this is an excellent model. Now, just a little question right now. Do you know how to index videos in Google? Nobody. So the Google displays your video results, your video in the search results page. Okay, who wants to know how to index videos in Google? All right, we'll do that. Right. So what we'll discuss, first part, a little bit about video SEO. You will get a nice tip how to get your video index into Google from today on if you want. Then the second part will be about something about Drupal, how to use video in Drupal, how to make a friendly site to Google. And the first part, I just want to discuss something about Drupal video jobs, which are also getting shape now. Okay. Video SEO, what is that? SEO, you know, what is that? Search engine optimization. The point is to get better position in the SERP, that is the search engine results page, right? So if you're first, you will get much better, much more results, much more clicks to your page than for any other. And all right, this is the theory behind it. You know, Cisco is the largest internet communication provider. Their routers, their communication equipment runs more than 75% of internet, so they know what they do. And they have that prediction in 2010. So actually video is the largest growing segment of data type, right, in the internet. And we will surpass 3 times over 2010. The only other segment of traffic in internet is now coming, that orange right above. That's video communications. But probably we won't do that, right? Because this is actually embedded in phones like video conferencing and video calls and so on. But videos are still the part we have to do, and it offers a lot of opportunities, right? So this is a special day now, and there were one developers have heard for Jolly Deck. They have won the special startup award, and 2 developers are going right now to London for 6 or 9 months to do the incubator job to get their gamification product. You know what is gamification? Gamification is using game elements into non-gaming processes, right? This is also a trendy buzzword these last 2 years. And I like to just dedicate the one video. They do that so to see what you have to do if you have a startup company, or actually you will have to have a video on your page, either a blog or Facebook page or a company page, organization page about you, because people won't trust you anymore if you don't have a video on your page. So let's take this video. All right.
This is Clark. He's a sales agent. He's part of a large sales team. They're all led by Jonathan, the sales manager. He's okay. And this is Mrs. Kovac, the CEO. Her job is to set goals for Jonathan and his team, and to make their lives miserable. Jonathan prepares strategies, tactics, pitches, sales dialogues, but the sales just don't pick up. It turns out that Clark and his teammates didn't quite cope with all provided information. So Jonathan thinks and thinks, and he thinks of a solution. He'll get every sales agent in his team to pass an exam. Oh yeah. Now that doesn't look like such a good idea to Clark, and just guess how he feels about Jonathan right now. Now Jonathan is scorned by his own agents, not to mention his other problems. A tricky situation, isn't it? What Jonathan needs is an effective system for learning and knowledge examination. He should be using JollyDeck. JollyDeck helps to transfer the knowledge into an effective learning format of short questions and answers. These are much easier to absorb than large piles of paper. The idea is to learn through an exercise of short questions and answers and repeat this as often as possible. Still doesn't look like a very attractive idea to Clark, right? That's why JollyDeck to him is something completely different. First, he installs it on his favorite device, right where it belongs between games and social applications, because that's what JollyDeck really is. A social quiz game. Clark finds himself in an attractive gaming environment with questions and answers, scoreboards, time limitations, incentives, and severe punishments for wrong answers. No worries though, the number of JollyDeck lives isn't limited. But why stop here? In JollyDeck we introduce competition among players, recognition for the winners, and frequent new challenges. JollyDeck can be used anytime, at work, at least during the breaks, on the way home, and at the end of the day, and Clark seems quite happy about it. All the KPIs are stored and ready for Jonathan's review. More importantly, improved knowledge skills soon push the sales performance. Now that makes Jonathan happy. And Mrs. Kovac? Well, she'll never be happy, but at least she's not picking on Jonathan or his team anymore. Are you Jonathan? Are you Mrs. Kovac? Are you Clark? JollyDeck can help you. Reach us on our website or follow us on Twitter. Cheers.
Okay. So that's their video. I really like it. And it's not mine, but you see, this is the kind of video you have to make for a startup, for introduction about your company. And it has all the special elements the video must have, except that the last cheers, I would drop that. But they have the problem. They emphasize the problem. They talk about the solution. They tell a solution with a story, right? Several stories, actually. And they actually invite you there to the website, and there's a call to action for that. So this is the kind of video, 1 to 2 minutes, that anybody, any company, any organization should have done, right? Okay. So, but if they want to have, gamification, do you know the Coursera.com, right? They have gamification course right now. This is also a nice, let's say, skill you want to have. You can still join today. There are 2 tests and 1 small written assignment. After you check 2 videos, check several 2 weeks sessions of videos, and you can join still today if you're fast. I do recommend that because you will need that gamification. You see what the gamification is. So you can do leaderboards and badges and rankings and points and so on. These are game elements which are going to be more and more in the working processes more and more, because people like to have fun, and if you do the fun, for those mundane jobs and so on, that's good for people, and people like to work more for that. So how to rank? This is the actual problem right now for several years now. Many SEO companies will tell you that, oh, you just have to be on the first page. No. First result gets nearly half of the clicks. And ads above and right to the page are getting very small, right? So it's good to be SEO good one, but SEO costs a lot. And for some heavy, search keywords like debts and loans and so on, you can work even up to 3 years to get to the first ranking organic results, right? Not paid. Those are ads above and the right. So what to do? Is that possible? One possibility is you have a video. And actually video is more or less the only content type Google will show for the content, for the search result, when they don't know what to do. And they will show video if there is a good search result, and to check, to help a visitor in the browser about solving his question, right? So user search was started in 2007. This is the latest picture right now, and still video will get up to 4th result. So they will, if the video is not optimized, they will be around 4th, 5th, even 10th place on the first page, but this is good, because people will click that. 30 to 40% will click the video, and the rest will be other clicks on the text page. But if you are good at the video, you can have first video result, and people do like to click video, and then you have it, there you have it. There's a small problem here. Google likes, of course, YouTube. There's their search engine, and around 80% of the results are from YouTube. So for viral videos and so on, I do recommend that you that you upload the video to YouTube and then try to get people to your site. That's the one problem. Yeah, there's an engineer. If you want to have a video, just tell us, because search engines love videos. Videos are usually good for how-to instructions. People like to see what to do, and if you have a video, they will probably try to display it. So how to rank it? The theory is fine, right? Create and upload video to a site, then you have to embed it in the content for SEO purposes, and tell Google the location. So what's the third part? You have to make a special sitemap. You know sitemap for websites? These are sitemap.xml. The same is for news. You can have for images. You can have even mobile sitemaps for mobile pages, and for a video. And the video is actually the same. It's the standard simple video sitemap. You just have to you would have to add to Google Webmaster Tools. They use it. This is the free tool from Google where you say, what about your site, what does it have, where are the sitemaps, and so on. And actually, for every video, you just ping it. Let's say your server says to Google, oh, okay, I have new content, right? That's the theory. That was the first test 3 years ago. Did all. What happened? Two videos were proposed for the Google, but nothing was indexed. Why? If you think about what Google actually is, right? They're a bunch of engineers. And what do engineers like? Like to write, like to spread the knowledge, like to write papers, so on. What's even better? They like that this knowledge is read. And what they like most, that you read their knowledge and apply it, right? And the solution was really simple, right? The robots were to rescue. Every website has a robots.txt file, where you have actual special information, what gets indexed, what search engines robots don't like, what content do you don't like to have indexed. It's not a must to obey. Many spam robots will do everything in your site to find anything what is leakable. But good search engine robots, special programs from search engines, will obey that. So that was all. Robot text is a must. Sitemaps must be included. That's written in Google documentation, you just have to write. And many SEO companies, even in Slovenia, don't know that, even now. 3 years, all information. Just have to read the Google documentation. And so video maps are 2, right? So this was a solution, simple one. When you have video sitemap.xml file, you just add it to robots.txt. And that's it. 2 index proposed, 2 videos proposed over Google index, 2 videos index. It hasn't really changed much these years. Maybe you just have to have a lot more of text content around the video. I'll check that problem too. But actually, we'll have a lot of videos sitemap simply because of the inclusion of your video sitemap.xml in robots text. Understandable? Right? No? We'll see how to create video sitemap.xml. Yes, no problem. Okay. So, what's the benefit of this? Videos get indexed fast. When your site is good for Google, you will have your video indexed in 20 minutes, maybe even less. And that's the whole time the Google will search your site, even download the video, do some video probably searching about, and add it to their index. Here's a little tip, right? If you have a new site won't rank in Google for a long time, not even the first page. You can do let's say, you can set up a blog, make the 10 articles with videos from YouTube, embed it in your content, submit all the sitemaps, and your site can be ranked in first page in half an hour, and the rest of the content in 2 or 3 hours. That's the speediest you can do. No text content will rank that fast, okay? Because search engines love videos, right? So that was it. Yeah, you can change that with, you just go to a site, your domain, and take a look at the videos, and you will see if your videos are ranked. That's a simple test, very simple. Okay, right? Do we know now how to get videos indexed? All right, we'll talk about in the last of the questions. So, some video models. Drupal is a nice platform, of course, high performance. If you search for a video with a keyword, there's 551 models right now. There are actually just 3 categories you need to search on. One is for video playing, one is for video streaming, so you have not embedded videos from other side, but actually on your web server location videos uploaded and played, right? And the third category is actually a lot of supporting models like views and nodes and Google Video Sitemap also. So for a player, there's one model you have to use is a video player. Just check the models, video, install it, has some prerequisites, but it's simple, and you can have a nice player on your website, future upgradable, right? For the server, this is used a lot. Kaltura, this is a company, but it has open source community edition of the video, everything, video player, video server libraries, video API. So you can have a video-centric site. The nice thing about Kaltura is because you can have video, audio, and images in the same package. So image conversion is done by ImageMagick. Excellent. If you know this package before, you can have audio, MP3, so on, and video that will be uploaded. And there are some, let's say, you can have some timeline, which is a term from the video packages. Every time you produce a video, you have a timeline below, right? So we have, let's say, one clip, and there's one transition, and one voiceover below, so on. So it's nice to get you into the video world, right? This is the timeline below, so you can actually have some sort of clip player, so on. It's free. Try to use it. You'll get a lot of knowledge out of this package, right? But what about video sitemap? This is a discussion from the distile.org. This is a website from SEO Moz. This is well-known, respected SEO company. And Kaltura uses some kind of a web page, and you have to manually add every video you have produced, and it's a nightmare. You can do it, but they have promised to make a model about that. We'll see what will happen in the future. But for now, you could probably go with another model. Why? This is a sitemap discussion on the Drupal.org. There many people are asking how should we add sitemaps, different kind, not just video. There's a news sitemap, a mobile sitemap, and so on. And there isn't really an answer, right? But actually the answer is there, but not on the Drupal site. Google, I think this is a sample code from Google, and 2 developers have actually developed a model that is generating video sitemaps, good for Google. So you will have PDF on this conference session, so you don't have to write it. Dependencies are simple. Content creation kit, probably know it, right? Then the video model and the files upload model. That's actually it. And nothing much about it. You create a video content with a special video notice is installed. So you just upload your video, choose the dimensions, and choose the thumbnail image which is shown for the video before you click it to play. And that's actually it. It hasn't been developed for 2 years, but still working. So you probably have problems like that, right? Because you will embed that content. There's no simple content embedding for the video node, but these are probably, there are developers who will do it with views and so on. I'm not so in views. It's possible. So. Model isn't really much, just what it is. You define it, what the prefix will be, and the updating is done in the cron job. So every night that's possible, so new videos are added, and that's it. And you just add this file pointer, right, to your robots text file, make it up to the Google Webmaster's tools, and that's it. No problem. Okay? Yeah. Any quick questions here? So it's possible right now. Just have to look at the elsewhere, not on the Drupal.org site. Right, let's move to this last stage. I just want to show you some possibilities about looking for jobs and working and freelancer working. I usually look at the freelancer.com This is now the largest outsourcing portal site where you can bid for a job and you can get selected from buyers. And Drupal jobs are normally about 50 to 60, not that much as from probably other work platforms, but you can get just fine job there for occasion. So these are the typical jobs you will need now, like upgrading Drupal 6 to 7. Video sitemaps model is not already compatible with 7. I'm still on Drupal 6 for that and for other reasons. But these are, the money that the people are going to like to spend if you're doing the Drupal job. Or Drupal model development expert. So same. The budgets are high. Video streaming. So video is becoming here about 1/4 of all Drupal jobs is something about video, and this will rise more and more. So to create a video website, they first mentioned Drupal, of course, then WordPress and other sites, other solutions, or Drupal company presentation website, like responsive design, marketing set, or HTML5 CSS3 expert, add HTML5 video to Drupal, and so on. This will be more and more in the future. What about this one? Yeah, WordPress jobs are more, but you get paid more for Drupal jobs. Always. To get you more. Interesting that. Simple, let's say this is from Kaltura video sitemap. It's clumsy, right? And I have checked the site. So they have probably gone from Drupal to WordPress. Why? Because the problems they are now in the Drupal for actually getting video sitemap and upload it and submit it. I like, for example, this is a commercial player, they do it right. Lead Player, it's a plugin for WordPress. Or either you just use it on a WordPress or you are embedded in another site. Excellent job done. But it's not for Drupal. Yeah, they want, yes, you can have it, the video on Drupal, but you gotta have somewhere WordPress site, and then you embed the video for that. There's also a solution, and Squeak is good, and the plugin is, I don't know, $100 and so on. It's very good, and HTML5, responsive, browsers, mobile devices, everything. So this is the solution if you want to have a really quick. And the last thing I just want to say about it, this is from a presentation, Stop Doing What You're Told, from Stephen Anderson. It's from last week, I guess. Yeah. For example, that one, we need a new Drupal content management system to make it easier for our team to edit pages, right? The people you come to with this, like, and you just have to ask them, what is your real problem, right? For example, we need more customer support calls to answer those incoming calls. But they're not seeking the solution, technical side. They're seeking the solution, how to avoid that problem, right? And this is the question you should ask, why are you getting so many calls? How can you improve the product, right? And our customers don't know how to use that and that and that. And what is the solution? Yeah, there are more training tips, more instructions, so on. What's the answer right now? Hope I can get it for you. If people need to see the process to repeat it, simple rule of thumb, then create a video, right? If not, then you can go by with text content, website, manual guides, even audio, and MP3, and let people play in the car, right? But if people have to see the process to repeat it, make them a video, and they will thank you, and they will reference you, and they will support you, and so on. And actually, if you have a video help desk support sites, just if you have them, they reduce calls to your company or organization up to 80 to 90%. So you don't have to have people for support, so on, just by using simple videos. Right? That's it, as we discussed. Video SEO, Drupal. So it's easy. Drupal has video sitemaps right now, and company I have written little work, maybe additional for a developer if you have a client to create a website with a video, but can be done now, and with the Drupal jobs are rising. So I hope you will do Drupal, you will set up Drupal, you will make videos, you will create video sitemaps, and hope we'll see your videos on someday in the future on your Drupal websites. That's it. Thank you. So for any question, just send me the email so my filters will notify me about it, and I will answer if there's any. But now, Any question right now?
Yes, what about school? We heard yesterday about school.
No, yes, for this, what is...
we can also implement video pictures.
Well, just if you have videos, just create some kind of engines, some kind of library to go over the videos and to create the video sitemap, and that's it. Or probably, maybe you can call it via the models on that video sitemap model. Actually, you know, the video plugins will probably try to create a special node. So video sitemap creates a node video, right? Special content, that's a content type video. And if you can just integrate that either standalone or via views in Drupal, then you probably have both problems solved, right? Okay, right? Hope I have answered you. Yeah.
Skull creates its own entity, so you could check when these entities are created and collect data from Sitemap, for example.
Yeah. Any other? Yeah. Yep.
That video has own tags and keywords. Is the Google crawl in crawling your site? Read that from your site or YouTube?
Google will not index your sites, index your videos if there are on the video portals, right? Like Vimeo, like Dailymotion, and so on. For YouTube, they might, but this can probably also change, right? I had a special trick. There was a special trick in the WordPress world, but actually for any website, it worked till recently. You can have two videos. Actually, same video, you add it, you save it as a, let's say, QuickTime movie and upload to YouTube. And you save it as a Flash video full of a FLV, right? And save it to your website. And then you have in WordPress, there's a special program, DDAT, it's text formatting plugin. So human visitors coming to your site will not see your video, but search engine will. So this was fine trick for Google. You had two search engine results, video results in so. But as I haven't said it before, you cannot outsmart Google. As soon as you notice something like that, start removing that code. When you get your site de-indexed in Google, you will get really hard back. So don't use such tricks, right? Or another trick was embedding. You know, every time somebody goes to your YouTube video, embedding, it will, and it starts playing, it will increase the counter, right? So you have find video view counter, right? But it's not good for the SEO. Google actually, if you're advertising, they don't want that the video starts playing right now. It's immediately less valued, and you pay more for the ad if you go to that page. Now, what the trick? There was one trick. You can use CSS template file, and you have a video, let's say, on the YouTube, right? And you actually position it outside the browser view. Make it autoplay, and that video should have, for example, 7 to 10 seconds of silence at the end. And you have a YouTube parameter, start video at the timing, so on. So every time I did that, every time people come to your web page, the video starts playing on the YouTube. The view increases for one. You have to have 7 to 8 seconds, and YouTube is fine with that. It's not really allowed, but I think they have figured that out too, right? So do that for example, for up to 1,000 views, and then remove that. Because they find out that's going to be a problem, right? So it's very simple, right? You make a video, you just put a silence at the end, 10 seconds. Then you have you call it with the YouTube parameters, and t equals let's say 54 seconds. It's the second time, and the video will start playing if you have autoplay parameter embedded from 54 seconds for the 7, 8, 10 seconds of silence. Visitor will not hear nothing. YouTube's views will increase, and you have a nice, you know, YouTube likes to have views fast. This is another trick if you want to have it if you upload video to YouTube, just make sure all the optimization should be the hypertext link, HTTP in the description. Repeat the hypertext URL for the video at the end of the description. Why? Because very many video portals will embed YouTube videos, and they will have a live link to YouTube, which YouTube likes a lot. So it goes up in the search engine results. And this is actually the recipe for that, right? And to really have fast and permanent results high in YouTube, make sure that people do in 24 hours, probably better is before, at least 10 people comment or like your video on the YouTube. And this will skyrocket high go. Very simple trick, just have 10 friends or 10 business partners. Hey, like my video. This is the trick in first 24 hours. That's okay. There are many YouTube tricks also, but these are the most important. Okay? Sorry, I was long. I'll make a link. I make a link to this PDF presentation. To I have a special 2-page video YouTube ranking tricks. So you have a step-by-step what to do, right? And just check Drupal Alpe-Adria in a few hours, probably or tomorrow, and check my presentation. I'll put a link to my site to that YouTube ranking. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. I think I've shown before. Just a minute. Just let me find it. It's a simple XML file, so you don't have any problem with that. Just let me find it again. Or you know what, we can do it live. Probably faster than that. I don't see anything, right? Just let me finish this presentation. But I don't know where we'll have. Yeah, that's it. Let's see it. I just have to. All right. Yeah, just a little. It's shown on the second screen. Okay, this is the video sitemap. Actually, many sitemaps follow the same format. It's XML file, some style sheet definition, and then you have an URL. Then let's say there's a location, there's the URL of the video. The video is the container for the format. And then you have content and player location and title. That answers also that question. Google will index your site if you have it, for example, in Amazon S3 or other cloud services like CloudNet and so on. You can use also several cloud services for free, right? Up to, let's say, 10 gigabytes of space storage or so on, right? So this is also a solution for example, many internet marketing product launches. This is a disaster if you expect to have 1,000 visitors, because it's a simple formula, right? We are technicians, we're engineers. Videos get usually about 4 megabits per second or 5 megabits per second. 20 concurrent users coming to your site looking at a video, you have 100 megabits per second. This is probably on a shared website. You have fulfilled your bandwidth. Any other user will wait. And there were several internet launches, and the site collapsed doesn't work anymore, right? It freezes. And I know, long nose for that. So if you expect to have a high search for the video traffic on your website, you're gonna have to use, for example, Amazon S3 or other cloud service, and you will be free for worries about it, right? And the videos will be indexed on those cloud sites. I think even in Google now offers cloud sites also, right? So except YouTube. YouTube is tricky. But another sites which are known, they're sharing for and uploading for sites of video users like Vimeo and Dailymotion and Revere and other. They probably don't like that. So they won't index and they won't show your video. They will show video if it is a good search result in the search engine, but on the Vimeo site, for example, or Dailymotion, not your website, right? That's the distinction. But they know that you can't have T1 or OC3 or so on, such high links, bandwidth to serve videos to 1,000 users, and Google will respect that in Video Sitemap that you're using cloud service for hosting your videos. Okay? Any other? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Yes. The Google search engine needs to know just two things: the location of the video and what is the player used for that. So if you have the embed code, there are several online scripts. You can insert the embed code of your video, and it will create a sitemap for a Google, for example. I hope I have answered you, right? So embed code doesn't help, right? Maybe that part. Let's say just the URL, or I don't know. You don't have any of the actual even HTML object or embed code, right? Yeah. Yeah. I think that's also the dependable search engine. If they know what to do, and if you have a video elsewhere indexed or placed, they will probably figure out somehow. But for real good videos and not so many traffic, but let's say for money-making videos, I do recommend that you make it on your website, right? Like introduction video for you, or for a cloud service, right? This will be indexed, and people will come to your site. This is the point. And in this case, people will come to your site, because if you have a video on YouTube, there will be probably 1 to 30% of people looking your video, watching your video, will click the link and go to your website, right? YouTube now has new options. It was previously reserved just for companies, large companies. You can have a hotspot, which is now linkable to your website in your video, right? But the trick is you gotta have a AdWords account. So you gotta be advertiser in Google AdWords advertising network, right? This is really another simple trick. You can have free ads right now without this new feature. You can have free ads on your video sites if you have connected YouTube account and Google AdWords account. You just create a video, just create an ad, text ad, maybe a picture for that, create a campaign, start it, and then pause it. And YouTube doesn't really, they're slowly moving up to what Google is doing, but this is still workable. Campaign is paused, but the ad will show. People will click on your link, on your ad, on your video on YouTube, and go to your website. And you won't pay nothing. Nothing. Officially, because if campaign is closed advertising, we know what is this. No paying. But it's workable. But now you can have actual hypertext link in a hotspot on your video, which is the next trend in videos also, because people won't click text link below. If you can make clickable link in your video, then do that, right? You will get much better response and action completion than foreign text links below the video. Okay? Any other?
Because I see this as a, all the data, the only thing that you should tell Google is that, okay, I have a new video, all that data should be in the document itself, not in a separate document. It seems strange for me that Google actually implemented that kind of behavior.
I'm not really, no. First here, they might look about microformat if you embed it in page, but this is still about 100% sure way to actually have in the video indexed in Google. They have implemented for scalability also. You can have up to 50,000 videos indexed in described in the video sitemap.xml. And if you have more, you can have one general video sitemap which links to other sitemaps up to 50,000 video results. The one good example is Zappo.com. Do you know Zappo.com? They have just said to their employees, just make a video. And first of them videos, employees have taking a shoe. Hi, I'm this and that. I'm working at Zappo, that and that. This is the latest model for this and this, and you can get it in blue, red, or black leather. Just click a link below and order your size. Stop. That's all you need for a video. You can make 200 per day. That was one discussion in the past. I have your students, you can do 100 to 200 videos like that for a product. It doesn't need any more. And okay, I have answered you. Yeah. The perceived value of the video is high. The research showed, and Zappo was the first one, that 25% people more buy the product on the page if there's a video, and if they don't watch the video. 25% more buy because there's a video on the page, but they don't watch it. Why? Because you have created a video for your product. You have so much trust in your product. Okay, we trusted this product more, right? But for people who actually watch the video on the product page, there can be up to 400% more, so 4 times more sales of the same product compared to a page without video. So make that in mind when you're creating products and videos and so on. Okay? Any other? Any question at Drupal@splitting.net. Thank you again. Okay.